Hey everybody, Movie Fan Z here. So, it's been a while since I've done movie and TV news, but here we are again. And today I have 3 movie news topics for you. So, I'm basically going to say the news and give my thoughts on them. First one is going to be that Metallica is going to help compose the score for the upcoming Jungle Cruise movie with famous 8-time Oscar-nominated composer James Newton Howard. Now, before I get into that, James Newton Howard has written the scores for The Dark Knight and The Village and The Fugitive, among others. And basically the story behind this is that it all has to do with Sean Bailey, who is the Disney production president. And according to Lars Ulrich, who is one of the members of the band, Bailey is a lifetime rock fan, and he had been wanting to try to get Metallica to help on an upcoming score for a Disney movie. And as it turns out, Lars Ulrich and his wife are massive Disney fans. So, not knowing that, when I first heard that, my first thought was Metallica and Disney with the Jungle Cruise do not go together. So I thought it was an odd pairing, but now knowing a little bit of the backstory, it's like, okay, I don't know what you'll hear from it, but I'm interested though. So the second news story in terms of movies is revolves around the Lion King. So it came out that Barry Jenkins, who is the director of Moonlight and If Beale Street Could Talk, is going to be helming the sequel to the live-action Lion King. So, here are my thoughts on this. Just like the Metallica thing, this seems like an odd pair just because of what I've heard the movies of Barry Jenkins are like. Now, this also might hurt me in my reporting, but I haven't seen either Moonlight or If Beale Street Could Talk. I've heard they're very good movies, though. Also, if they're doing maybe a live-action version of Lion King 2 or Lion King 1.5, I haven't seen those versions, but they're on my list to see, so I'm interested in that as well. Now, the third one that actually was reported on Thursday was that in Spider-Man 3, the character of Electro, played by Jamie Foxx in Amazing Spider-Man 2, will be making his return and will also be reprised by Jamie Foxx. So when I first heard this, again, it was interesting news and I was confused a little bit because I remember it didn't end well for that character in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but then when I thought of it more, and I had discussions with people, basically you're supposed to look at this version of Spider-Man as its own universe. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, the other ones don't exist. You can that. But I've also heard that maybe this could set up a possible Spider-Verse live-action universe. Like, that would be interesting. Now, there is one thing I do want to see, And it's just because I think it would look cool in any form, is I would like to see the iconic green and yellow costume from the comic books on display somehow in the movie. It doesn't have to be the main costume, but I think that would be cool. But it could be maybe like a picture you see in a scene, or maybe it's a suit that is hanging up in a closet somewhere. But just something, because even though it's kind of hokey, it's still kind of cool in my opinion. So basically, in this movie news segment, we have talked about Metallica teaming up with James Newton Howard to do the score for the upcoming Jungle Cruise movie. We've talked about Barry Jenkins helming the sequel to the live-action Lion King, and that the character of Electro will be reprised by Jamie Foxx and appearing in Spider-Man 3. So this is Movie Fan Z signing off. Have a good night.